All right now we've got Dr. Joel Conn from the Pismo Beach Veterinary Clinic here. He's joining us this Monday morning, and we've got the doctor in. He's going to talk about something that we used to hear each and every morning Bob Barker tell us. Those who remember when he used to host the Price is Right. We're talking about spaying and neutering.
That's right. I realized we hadn't discussed that yet. So
very
pretty important topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I want to kind of go through today is some of the top reasons to spay and neuter, and maybe some of the misconceptions about, spaying and neutering. The first one, of course, is that there's a huge health benefit. So in males, you completely eliminate things like testicular cancer. You can dramatically reduce things like prostate disease. And actually really extend the life of your pet. In females, though, it's even more crucial. So if you can spay a female dog or cat before their first heat, you reduce reproductive cancers by 80 to 90%. So we're talking breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, things like that, 80 to 90%. And these cancers in dogs and cats are in many cases fatal. Up to 50% of dogs that have these will die from these. Cats, it's closer to 90%. So if we can spay them before the first heat, we reduce that. If we miss the first heat but spay before the second heat, we still have about a 25% reduction. After that second heat, no benefit. So it's really important, the timing there. And the timing of the heat depends on the dog, but in general, or cat, in general, if you can spay them before 6 to 7 months, you should be in pretty good shape. The other thing is there's kind of a misconception that if you spay or neuter your animal, they'll become obese. And, spaying or neutering doesn't make your animal obese. Lack of exercise and too much food makes your animal obese. So, it's something you have to be aware of. It will potentially lower metabolism a little bit. So when you do that, you may have to make some changes in the diet or that kind of thing as your animal gets older, and make sure that you're staying on top of it. But it, in and of itself, doesn't create the problem. And then, of course, you can dramatically reduce behavioral issues. So in some animals, marking, of course, things like humping, which not everyone really wants in their pets, roaming, and of course, overpopulation.
Let me ask you the cost of spaying and neutering. I think it's probably come down in the last few years, but I mean, it's a great investment, as you just explained.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a typical cost?
Well, it depends. I mean, there are some low-cost spay and neutering programs available where you can get a significant discount, $80, $100 voucher off of a spay or neuter. Typically, it depends on the size of the animal and also what's included. So at our clinic, we include IV catheter, blood work, those kinds of things in the spay and neuter, which can increase the cost. Typically, you're somewhere in the $100 to $250 range, depending on the animal. So not a huge expense. Absolutely worth it.
Yeah. Exactly. Very important. I mean, I didn't even realize some of those key points that you said, that it could actually extend the life of your pet, and that's something that we certainly would all want.
And we see literally thousands of animals put to sleep every single day in this country because of overpopulation. And a lot of people use this as a tool to teach their kids the miracle of life. And really, if you're having your pets, give birth to animals that you have no intention of keeping, what kind of lesson are you actually teaching your family? About responsibility and about taking care of the world and the environment and overpopulation. So we would recommend that not being, a good reason to do it.
Well, we appreciate, again, Dr. Joel Conn for joining us this morning. If you have any questions about your pet's health, you can email it to askthevet@kcoi.com. Thank you, Doctor, once again. And we will be right back. Stay with us right here. More Central Coast News is on the way.